You know there'll be jokes.
Don't get it twisted, y'all. I had to take the music off because I will not be copyrighted for this crazy cartoon. Let's listen to Anna absolutely destroy the conservatives who tried to do something funny and it was anything but.
And as you can tell, it's got a conservative viewpoint and fights against woke culture. So apparently it features Dave Rubin and a special appearance by Elon Musk, which you got a little taste of in that clip. And it's now being labeled as one of the worst things ever made. And I don't know how you're gonna feel about it. We're gonna show you examples. It's called The New Norm. It's an animated sitcom for our woke world. An edgy, doubt it, yet family-friendly comedy that shines a funny light on today's most divisive issues and gives Americans a safe space to come together and laugh. Which, by the way, I'm totally in favor of. You want to make fun of woke?
Okay, so, which, by the way, I'm totally in favor of too. But this looks corny. This is again not a win for the conservatives, but of course for me it will be a win because it will be content. Okay, this is crazy. Like, what was this? Like, what was the point? Like, I don't even understand. Like, are we like, what? Like, I'm sorry, I keep saying what because it's like, for real, we really did this, huh? So, okay, all right, let me come back to it, right? So this is what is the name? Anna Kasparian, sorry. She's talking about this new cartoon that they put out on Twitter, but everybody's saying it's like the most cringe thing ever. And everybody's right. The conservatives don't know how to just be that. I think this is on purpose. I think this is a sabotaging of like, this is on purpose. This has to be
culture, but you genuinely have a funny show that does that. I'd laugh at that. I'd enjoy that. It's just that
hypothetically,
you got to make it funny.
Well, to be fair, in their defense, and I'm going to defend them a few times, they said they were providing a safe space to come together and laugh. They didn't say they'd give you any reason to laugh.
Oh,
it's just you're in a place where you could hypothetically laugh, but you won't because
it's hilarious. And by the way, you see, this is why people with like blue hair and like with the light, you know what I mean, with the tint is actually more funnier than like more funny because that's bad English, right? Than people who try hard to be. Like, just make a good cartoon. You don't have to be like, we're gonna go anti-woke for like. So you mean to tell me Dave Rubin can't be any older than me? I'm 40. Dave Rubin has to be, maybe, I bet you he's younger than me. He couldn't figure this out. And this guy is a liberal. He's a liberal. Okay. Which, I'm sorry, because there's nothing wrong with a classic lib. But he's a corporatist liberal. There you go.
Just saw what they're producing.
So it's the first animated sitcom exclusive to X, and it features the voice talents of conservative YouTuber JP Sears, unfamiliar with that person, and Dave Rubin. Okay, so we'll get into the reactions to the show in just a minute, and that's like my favorite part of the story. But first, let's give you some examples of what you can look forward to with this animated sitcom.
By the way, Dave Rubin is 48. That's still not that old, okay? My brother's just a little bit younger than him, all right? I'm 41. Like, we're all in the same 40s bracket. Like, bro, actually, he came up at the time where people were extra funny. This is like a 70-year-old child. I think a 70-year-old could do better than this.
I'm the old Norm. I want normal beer.
Warning, predator reached.
Ugh. It's your fault I got house arrest.
You're the one who threatened the school board.
I gently suggested
Yelled.
They stop brainwashing my daughter that girls aren't girls and men aren't men.
Sometimes they're neither, or both, or furry and dressed like dogs.
Ow! Janice! What's that?
Warning, offensive.
Actually, that is one of my pronouns. Also, they, them, and me.
You're non-binary?
How do you know that word?
I learned it in school.
That's why I'm locked up.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that running for 20 seasons.
Where did the funny
like boy, like, oh my god, he just cracked. By the way, guys, if you like this episode and these videos that I'm making, you guys have been amazing. By the way, the lives have been pretty good. We are going to be doing more of those next week. But please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. This guy was and hit the notification bell. You're not going to get the notifications. It's just, I know, it's insane. That guy was hilarious because he's like, I could see that going for 20 seasons. And this silence, by the way, it's not like I'm not forcing the silence because I'm just looking like, what? I did have to watch this like already because I was like looking at clips for things and everything. And I was just like, bro, are we serious right now?
part come in? Did we miss it?
I don't know. I mean, Dave Rubin used to call himself a comedian. I guess that it's funny that he used to do that.
That's the funniest thing about Dave Rubin.
That's kind of funny, I guess. In hindsight, it wasn't funny at the moment. It was sad, but
it feels a little.
Yo, he's hilarious. That's what I mean. Like, we don't have to agree with everything with everybody, right? But like, he's hilarious. No, this. We need to talk about this because here's the thing: conservatives are all right. Here. Look, I'll give you my spiel at the end. Let's watch some more.
Stale too. Right, like I feel
they're
like
just saying right-wing things.
Yeah, I mean, right-wing things that they've been saying for a few years now. Like you got to come up with something new.
Well, there's supposed to be a joke at some point.
At some point,
I think
there might be at some point.
I
we
guess
just haven't seen it yet.
Dave Rubin had purple hair. Is that a joke? Is that funny?
I guess.
Was it supposed to be funny that although some of the voice actors were clearly using professional equipment, he had recorded his lines on a Teddy Ruxpin or something? Like, why was his
again? Y'all remember Teddy Ruxpin? It was like with the cassette joint and like the teddy bear would talk. I better remember to put the edit in there. That is hilarious, yo. That is hilarious.
Audio is so much worse. And why Brett posted a comment to that tweet that was like promoting this saying, why does it sound like Dave Rubin is just learning how to speak as he's doing his lines? Like he's pronouncing his lines super awkwardly. Like, does he not get, none of them get and none of them care because this isn't supposed to be art. It isn't supposed to be good.
They're getting free, own the libs.
They're getting free money for millionaires and billionaires and they all desperately want to produce something that's good. They're incapable of it because they have no talent, because they're not curious people. They have no empathy, and empathy is the foundation of art. So instead, they're just spending the money that was given to them. So why wouldn't they do this, I guess? But like, voice acting is an actual thing. There are good voice actors for a reason.
No, but you
just
want
having
Dave Rubin, like Larry Elder and Dave Rubin.
Obvious. I mean, you know, if only Simpsons had them, then they would have been a success.
Look, I'm not even
dying. This guy is like, yo, he needs to go back and write the show for them. But this is something that they would never do. Here's the thing: hire people. Like, if you want to do the whole, like, all right, we're gonna do, you know what I mean? Like, we're mad at the libs and blah 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 and wokety woke and whatever the heck they complain about. Just hire freaking people on the left who can actually, or hire the best man for the job, please. I thought we were talking about meritocracy, right? Like, what is this? Is why this is garbage. I highly doubt that there was another episode.
Even against this concept, right? Like it is what it is, and they're obviously trying to cater to a certain audience.
I'm just gonna skip ahead because I want you guys to hear when Larry Elder comes through. It's like, you know what? It's great.
Homophobic, transphobic, racist.
Charlie, finally, someone normal.
I don't understand. You're black.
Did that just black whisper? I come here to get away from woke.
Trouble at home?
Oh, my boy, or whatever it calls themselves now, is thinking about transitioning.
Reggie?
Try Regina.
Transitioning to what?
Another fumble. Hopefully not a Jets fan.
Hey, pronoun, this bud's for you.
I can't drink. I'm not 21.
Y'all influenced my boy to cut off his junk, but draw the line at beer?
No, I realize what it is about this. The way, like the cadence, the tone, the way they're delivering the lines, it's reminiscent of the corporate training videos that people are forced to watch.
Good, that's really good, Anna. She's absolutely right. Because that's really what we have here. It's like, you know, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I want to get a better shot than there we go. Y'all influenced my boy to got his junk off, and now you have to draw the line at beer. It just doesn't even add up to the cartoon. Like, this is insane. So here's the thing, right? Conservatives are doing this thing that somebody needs to call them up. Okay, conservatives. I'm not talking about regular people, right? But let's keep it real. Everybody's kind of pulling away from all of these labels. Everybody's had it. It's become too much on the left. And to be honest, I've been talking about conservatives so much, I don't even know what's going on the left. That's really too much. Well, I guess with all the transgender and all that, like communism that they push and everything, right? They've been doing that for a long time, but the conservatives decided to take that and swing it to some weird place, not all the way to the right, but some other dimension where they make weird cartoons like this. So they have TPUSA with pink flags and pink hats to say white boy summer. And I'm like, hey, I'm cool with a white boy summer, but why does it have to be in pink flags? It's like you're doing this on the other side. Like, I don't know. And freedom water. And yeah, please stop it. Everybody in the world right now understands that they're being gaslit to a level that is past 10. And this is why people like Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson or, anybody who's really, really doing, or even Nick Fuentes on Twitter, who's doing actual independent hard work, are getting the views, because people don't want the fluff anymore. They want the realness. What are we going to do? Continue to talk about debates and They want the realness. I'm not complaining. There's nothing to complain about. Whatever, they tried something. I mean, it's all good. But okay, I guess it's W. We own the libs, right? This is a big W, I guess. I don't know. I'll see you guys at the next one.